makes it so that this Moskov, one of the weaknesses for the Moskov is that for you to deal damage, you have to take damage. And now maybe you're in a safer position.
Yeah, I personally am a huge fan of the changes they made to Malefic Gun because this item was just dead before this patch dropped. There was never any reason to build it because marksmen already needed so many other items to do the damage they needed. But it being a solid alternative to Malefic Roar instead while offering different utility is great. And like you mentioned, both Moskov and Brody like to build that Malefic Gun, though Brody a little earlier than Moskov. Yeah. So that determines a little bit of the power spikes we'll see in the lane.
Yeah, for sure. And now Hoshi, honestly, the first 3 picks for them screams aggression. And Aurora, the first 3 picks for them is actually playing the macro game because Moskov is an amazing side laner. You can clean up the waves very, very fast. And if bad things happen, he can just ult the wave. If he hits a target, he'll be safe. Having the Matilda as well as the Alpha shows that you want to contest those turtles, those lords. So we can really start to see a difference in mentality when it comes to the draft here. Hoshi, they want to fight. Aurora, they want to secure those objectives without trading a lot.
I think that's a smart way of avoiding it because previously we saw RQ is a pretty aggressive team, but I feel like Fnatic on it kind of did something similar where they wanted to either fight them, that was in game 1, and then in game 2 tried to lead more into a late game playstyle, and either way really ended up working. RQ gonna get a lot of junglers banned against them, including the Fredrin, which really doesn't see a lot of play anymore.
Although, I feel like the reason they banned the Fredrin was they were very suspicious of this Eve ban. Because nothing in Hoshi's draft screams, we can't fight an Eve. So I kind of feel like this kind of showed their hand a little bit too much, or you're banning out the Eve. We're thinking you might want the Fredrin, so we might as well ban out the Fredrin. So honestly, very smart ban here by Aurora. And Hoshi, they follow up with this Gato Kacha, still hiding who's the roamer and who's the EXP laner.
Yeah, leaving things until the very end.
Sorry, that's my
the
cat.
Jungler especially. I didn't actually hear your cat.
Okay, cool.
Alright, cool. What if I want to hear your cat though?
Well, give it time. Give it time. You might be able to hear it. Now, Aurora, they already have a very solid comp. If they want to give, I feel like they need a little bit more crowd control. And they bring down the Veil. The Veil as well as the Edith. The Edith, again, crowd control, but the Veil as well, which has been buffed a little bit. So this is new. New for sure.
Yeah, we saw Veil once throughout this tournament so far. I can't remember which team did end up picking it, but it wasn't the most effective. And because Fanny was let through the fan phase entirely, which is quite a surprise. You would think that teams would catch on that in the second phase, but nope. Sutsujin gonna be playing the Fanny here. And that means that Veil is actually in a lot of trouble.
Staffa, I already have a bias towards Hoshi's draft. This level of aggression, they move faster than Aurora. So I can see the draft working for Aurora, but Hoshi, they want to fight as fast as they can, and they can.
Yeah, basically, Aurora is going to need to try and hold the early game a little bit because I actually think they have a little bit more damage overall once you have those first or second items. But if this Fanny gets going, we've already seen what this hero can do, especially since they decided to buff her for some reason, making her a little less reliant on the purple buff even, so yeah, I guess we'll see what happens as we jump into the Land of Dawn for game number 1.
Staffa, they nerfed the Fanny because, get this, she has a low win rate.
Yes. I would know. She definitely has a low win rate when she's on my team.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's a big difference between rank play and tournament play. But now we're again talking about the game here, jumping on a game. A lot of bursts coming in from Hoshi, which I personally theorize that burst is the name of the game for this current patch because again of the HP changes and the changes in the items. Looking at the build here, looking like the Fanny, picking up attack speed to make sure that she clears the farm faster. The same can be said about Alpha. And we see that Yue having the tenacity. I'm sure it will help. Not sure how much it will help.
A little bit. In fact, it's not just UA. 4 members of Aurora had tenacity, so they understand RRQ is gonna have a lot of burst, a lot of early game presence, and their goal is to just survive it. Because if they're able to hold out a little bit into the mid to late game, Dome and Kite and Edward actually both scale pretty well, and they should be able to out DPS RRQ as long as they're not too far ahead.
Yeah, and now we can see Susujin already getting knocked out.
Going in the mid lane, Susujin trying to follow up on Demon Kite. Unfortunately, not able to land the final blow, and there'll be no kills so far.
Yeah, Renegade taking some damage coming in from Rins. And personally, Staffa, I gotta say, where I'm pretty sure Aurora, what they want to do is win the turtle and then eventually invade the jungle. But based on my observation, Fanny, once Fanny hits level, honestly, level 8, wait, Yui got the first blood? What happened there?
Edok seemed to go really deep into the jungle for some reason. I guess he was trying to scout out information on where Demon Kite was, but there were 3 members there waiting for him.
Oh, now Edward finds Rins. Rins should be fine here, able to escape. But again, look at Aurora. They want this turtle. After the turtle, their aim is to go inside the jungle.
And looks like Spirit of Alpha is going to connect on one. That's going to be the ultimate from Vale as well. Instantly bursting down Edok. Here comes Susujin. Dyren very, very low. Survives for a while, but not long enough. Susujin trying to chase down UA, but he's able to flicker away. And because RRQ is left in a 2v4, they're going to have to surrender this turtle away. Susujin, in fact, going to be disrupted from recalling again. And Renegade goes in for the KO on the Fanny.
This is a big win, a big win for Aurora. This is what they want to do. They want to win turtle, and then eventually they want to start controlling the jungle.
And speaking of controlling, they instantly control Edok, not even allowing him to respawn before he is just one-shot in his own side of the map.
So now that Aurora has basically denied Hoshi of the early game power spike with the amount of burst damage that they have, they're looking at a better spot here. So what they have to do is play a little bit slow, play for the second turtle, and then eventually get inside the jungle as well. But the thing about the Fanny changes is that I feel like at level 8, okay, Edok got a kill onto Domenkai, but once Fanny hits level 8, even without the purple buff, it is punished, but not that big of a punish because of the changes of the energy.
Yeah, she got an extra 2 base energy. He said, oh, Demon Kai getting pulled in with the Guiding Winds. Looks like he will not commit Spear of Alpha since Rins was already under the tower. But Aurora so far doing a very good job of keeping things up. They're gonna again invade. Edok not having a good time killing spree for Demon Kai. Oh, and they're still going. Avatar the Guardian comes in. Susujin wants his purple buff. Demon Kite wants to save. Circling Eagle gonna knock out 2. Not too sure who actually got it, but Susujin doing a lot of damage. Shuts down the Alpha and finally punishes Aurora.
Yeah, but it's still okay because 40 seconds is the timer for the next hurdle. So Aurora, they were punished, but they weren't punished that bad because even though Hoshi got a kill, they won't transfer that kill onto objective. So Aurora had to take the risk there, where if they get a purple buff, then good. But even if they don't, they won't get punished that much. Sure, the jungler died, but worse things have happened before.
Speaking of the junglers, Susujin looking for another purple buff, goes in, ults Renegade, forces out the Circling Eagle, actually returns to come back again, not able to steal the purple buff. Demon Kite still able to grab it, but he had to use his Retribution.
Skylar first item is the Malefic Gun, so again, looking to win the lane. But so far, Domenkite actually has been playing the lane very, very well. I've been looking at his HP, and it hasn't been fluctuating a lot, so he's not interacting with Skylar at all.
Yeah, the only time he got picked off was when Edok actually got a pretty good timing gank when he was pushed up. Other than that, he's been able to lane against Skylar very, very well. Turtle at 40%. Oh, Flicker Earthshatter finds one, but here comes Susujin from backline. He steals it away! But a Spirit of Alpha connects with 2 members of RQ Hoshi. Here comes the Primal Wrap coming out. Edok actually able to survive with Quicksand Guard, and the Avatar Guardian being used by Dyren to escape. Edok not so lucky himself.
This is a good trade coming in from Hoshi. Only losing 1 and getting a turtle is actually very good. But now Aurora, they still want to continue in the game plan. They want to be able to contest this purple buff. And they're able to get it. Demon Kite actually secures it. So, never mind. The advantage shifted over to Aurora.
Susujin did use his retreat to get the turtle earlier, so Demon Kite was able to secure the purple buff without too much issue. The net worth lead now actually even between both teams, but we already mentioned if Aurora is able to keep themselves in until the mid game, they are actually the ones at an advantage.
So here's the tricky thing, stuff. I agree with you. Aurora has the better late game because Dominkite on the Moskov and Yui on this Veil, they skill very, very well. Veil is one of those unique heroes with more levels, you get much, much stronger. But Hoshi, when it comes to the burst damage, if they're able to get the key targets, then it really doesn't matter. So honestly, the late game here is more dynamic.
That is true. Skylar in trouble. Certainly, Eagle finds his Spirit of Alpha actually connects even with Edok trying to stop him. Demonkite gets one kill. Avatar Guardian knocks up the Alpha, but this is still a 3v4 situation. Guiding wins, lets Demonkite back out for free, and now they're going to be pushing down bot lane.
Well, as I was saying about Aurora, I guess the same thing can happen with RQ. If Skylar gets taken down, then GG. Oh, Yui taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, Rin's took half his HP from the Veil ult there, but not quite enough follow-up. Dominkite, not enough items yet to really dish out that damage. But Aurora controlling the map. Oh, they ran into the wrong bush right there. Two-man Spirit of Alpha. Diamond surviving with the Revitalize, and Sunshin comes back in. In fact, they're able to turn it around and take out Demonkite instead.
Yeah, Demonkite gets taken down. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. And now Hoshi, it's funny when you look at the kill score, it's 8-3. But again, the goal is really not that different. Looking at the damage leaderboard here, Yui just got Sutsujin.
How does that even happen? Veil is supposed to be food for Fanny, but turns out it's the opposite. If you are a player like Yue here, the game state actually still very even right now, and that's exactly how Aurora wants it.
I mean, I guess that's the relation. Oh, hold on. They want Edok again, but looks like Renegade is going to cancel out of that. I was just about to say, Staffan, I guess this is the relationship between a hero that flies around and a hero that controls the wind.
That is true. Yeah, when you're flying around, you do got to deal with the wind resistance a little bit. And in this case, Yue is putting it right in his face.
So Mlbb logic checks out, you know. Veil is the counter to Fanny. Okay, don't actually take that to ranked games. It's just UA things. Okay, it's just UA.
Or like, you guys can do it, but then you can blame LaFell afterwards, you know.
Now Aurora, they're moving together as a unit. And looking at Sutsujin, he actually got 2 turns there, if I'm not mistaken. So overall, Hoshi, they're still in the game. This game, 8 minutes in, is so close, Stafa.
Yeah, even though the kill score heavily favors Aurora, RQ has been able to keep themselves in this with that burst damage and with that extra micro from Sutsujin. Take advantage of Aurora wanting to play together. Spear of Alpha even misses on Edok. Spear of Destruction connects with Rins, but there's no angle for Aurora to enter the jungle.
Yeah, looking at the top lane as well, Aurora might get a turret for free. Oh, Yui got a kill. What happened?
He just got bursted down. He was in the wrong place. Sutsujin almost gets caught by Spear of Alpha, able to fly around, do a good amount of damage, but not quite enough. He will be able to fly out, but Aurora now looking for a bit of vengeance, going for the top tier 2. Avatar Guardian jumps in, Revitalize used as well to defend their tower. And they will successfully do so.
Right now, Sutsujin needs to step up. He needs to get a target. He's 1-2-0 now.
Well, speaking of, he tries to go for Matilda, actually does get it, able to fly out at the same time.
That was almost bad. That was almost bad stuff. I was like, oh, Sutsujin got to do something. And then he did, but he almost died. But again, he needs to make this Fanny work.
Absolutely. Right now, it's doing okay, but needs to... Oh, beautiful Raging Sandstorm Flickers lands on 2, but the Earth Shatter actually stops them right into the Veil ult! A beautiful combo from Aurora! Put apart memory, not able to proc Skypiercer, so they come out on top here.
What's the use of flying around against the Master of the Winds? Dude, I would never have thought that the Veil would be the one to actually stop a Fanny. What a world we live in.
That's actually really impressive. A lot of it was the Earth Shatter too, setting up the Fanny. Secondly, Eagle Guiding Winds pulls Demonkite to the opposite side to control the Lord Pit a little bit better. RQ looking for an entrance, but the Earth Shatter Flicker knocks them up. And because of that, Skylar cannot go in. He's already been picked up. Enoch with the Raging Sandstorm and the Avatar Guardian used to escape. But Veil is just doing so much damage. Sutsujin even burns down the Renegade. Aurora taking control of the RQ jungle.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Veil might be the hero to watch, man, because right now, against a Fanny, is 7-0-5. like we gotta check this out. Is this Veil or is this just UA?
I feel like part of it is just UA and a little bit of Edward as well, having the proper positionings to make sure that Sutsujin can't just fly in and get a free kill every single time. A 14 kill score to 4 and a 5k network bleed have finally been built up by Aurora at the 11-minute mark.
And Aurora still has the Lord. The Lord is knocking on the top turret, able to get it. And now they're trying to get the inhibitors as well. Hoshi, they want to make sure that no inhibitors gets taken down.
Oh, but here comes the windstorm once again into the Spirit of Alpha. Even Revitalize can't keep Tyrant alive, and they found Skylar as well. Sutsujin, he's the only one left standing. Never mind, they're just gone. Exploded by Aurora as they break down the crystal and take game 1.
Let this be a lesson in case anyone was wondering why I don't make predictions. I actually liked RQ's draft. And look what happened.
I mean, usually when you save a Fanny as the last pick, it can usually do quite well, and there's honestly a lot of targets this game that Sutsujin should be able to rack kills off of, but this Veil has been such a weird wild card for Aurora.
Okay.
And the thing is, they picked the Veil first.